do like graphic design, videography. We got editing stations. We also got a workspace if you need to like work on content and things of that nature. Um, and then we got it's like an event space. So if you need to do like paint sips, if you want to do listening parties, people have done baby showers. I also have a hair boutique. I sell hair. I have my own fragrance. It's called S. Gordon. Matter of fact, I'll let you smell it.
Oh, you want some? Look at that.
Yeah, it's called S. Gordon.
It's Gordon. So you fancy with it. Let's see. I'm testing this for y'all. Let's see what it smells like. Oh, this. I need to get my guy some of this. This smells good. I like. That smells really good. I like that.
But yeah, it's called S. Gordon, and also I also manage artists.
Okay.
I actually have 3 artists: Shay Holly, Phil the MC, Crazy at the Great, and I'm actually about to sign another artist. He's I mean like the next big thing. He's 15 years old.
Awesome.
I'm not gonna say who it is, but the world will know soon. But
you're not gonna give us no hints, not even a little.
No,
okay.
I can't do it.
Okay.
I can't spoil the beans.
Okay. Understood.
So, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I can't spoil the beans, but the next week or two, everyone will know.
Okay, so we'll know really soon. So
yeah,
by the time this drops, then I will know who that is.
Yeah, definitely. What else do I do? I'm also I throw events. I'm a director, janitor. I sweep.
So you're not afraid to get your hands dirty.
I do it all.
Awesome.
Definitely not.
Cool, that's dope. So before you started doing all of these things, before it was S. Gordon, back when it was Stanley, like tell me what that was like. Well, tell me something about your childhood, like that inspired you to step into the field that you're in now.
What inspired me? I actually used to be in foster care, and I used to watch my foster mom. She had about 30 kids that I seen come through there that she actually raised. So I think that may have something to do why I'm so big into helping kids. I was always the one that kind of helped the younger kids under me. I grew up in a tough neighborhood. I grew up on St. Clair Superior. I used to live in East Cleveland, and then I moved to Harvard when I was about 9 years old.
Okay.
So yeah, just my upbringing. And my auntie and uncle raised me, and they taught. I used to ask them for money, and they would give me a hard time, So he taught me how to cut grass, and from there, I just started making my own money. I was making like 6th grade. I was making like $200-300 a week.
That's good. That's good. So what tips would you give a 6th grader now, or even, just anyone that's up under you who wanted to step out on faith and, make some extra money or start a business? What would be one tip that you give to them?
They just got to go. I feel like now it's a little harder because it's technology, so everybody's on a computer, tablets, phones, and things of that nature. So what I do now is I actually have a class I teach kids on Saturdays. It's called G's to Gents.
Okay.
So it's more of a creative way of how to make money. So if they're going to be on the computer or be playing video games, you can actually make money off of that now.
Okay.
So now that's what I do. I teach kids how to monetize that. Get you a YouTube channel, build your subscribers, because you can get paid off streaming. And then once you get that, you can get paid off your advertisement and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just being creative, thinking outside the box.
How do people sign up? If there was someone who was watching or listening and wanted their sons to actually join that program, how do they go about doing that?
They can reach out to me, Instagram, Mr.SGORDON, Facebook, Stanley Gordon. Just contact me and I can put them in my program. We do a lot, like I do a lot of stuff in the community, but what I do now is I take my boys and they're doing it as well.
Okay.
So we're giving away 100 free haircuts this Saturday. And not only that, we're going to teach kids how to tie ties, and I'm giving away over 100 ties this Saturday.
Awesome. So before we started recording, you were talking about a fashion show that you had coming up. Tell me about the fashion show, how you got started. It's your first fashion show on top of that.
Yeah.
So I know this has to be big for you. Let's talk about that.
Yes, I'm doing a fashion show. This is going to be March 30th. So I'm real big into fashion, as you can see. I always, put myself together. They They call me Superfly.
Superfly.
But I actually have my own custom ties.
Okay.
So I haven't really put them out there. I wear them every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, people always ask me, can you put your stuff in my fashion show?
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like, no, I don't want to put my stuff in your fashion show. I mean, not to be like sound like bougie or anything like that. I just want to do my own first.
Okay.
And then once I do that, it's just a different strategic way that I want to market my stuff.
Okay.
But the fashion show is for my high school, John F. Kennedy High School.
Okay.
And what I'm doing is I'm raising money and giving away a couple scholarships to students at John F. Kennedy High School.
That's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope. So, how do you balance all of these businesses? How do you balance, being active in your community, being an entrepreneur, and having to constantly network, all of these different things? So what is something that you do to balance those things in your life?
To be honest with you, I really didn't sleep growing up because I would work. I had my first job I had my first business at 9, cutting grass. But when I was 13, I had my first job, and not only I was working, I was still going out there washing cars, shoveling driveways, taking the money I make from my checks, buying candy. I used to carry a cooler around.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then when I went to college, I was playing football. I was working on campus, and I was working at White Castle too.
Okay.
And I was taking chicken from Church's Chicken, and I bag up I take like a 15, 20 piece, and I was selling them on campus.
Okay, so you always had some type of hustle.
Oh, yeah, always.
That's good.
But to answer your question, I used to work like 12 hours for another company.
Mm-hmm.
So since July, I've been working for myself. So I've been working for myself about 6 months now.
Okay.
So I feel like if I could take the same 12 that I would work for someone else and put it into myself, I can get further quicker. Because more people work, but me, I actually put all the time into me.
Okay.
And what I do now is I have people that actually run different departments. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't all just me. I actually have a machine behind me as well.
Okay. So let's talk about the importance of having a team or that machine as you just called it.
It's very important to have a team. This not the first time that I was trying to build something.
Mm-hmm.
I was building before, just putting people together. And long story short, they was too comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And I always tell people, always envision yourself as the product.
Uh-huh.
The thing was, I wasn't telling myself that. Once I started telling myself that I'm the product, as Gordon Cologne, as gorgeous ladies,
Okay.
you got all these different things that I want to do, and I had to get myself together. And but pretty much what happened was I just got rid of everyone, and then that's when I started to gain traction and started to create residual for myself.
Awesome. So let's talk college life. You did tell me you went to college and things like that. Did you finish? And if not, why did you leave?
I'm probably about 7, 8 classes away from my degree.
Okay.
I went to Notre Dame College. I played football there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so focused on strictly football. Football is what made me get through all the things that I wanted to do as far as where I to get to that point in college. Once I stopped playing football, it was like, dang, I'm about to graduate. What I'm gonna do now? And it kind of scared me, And then at that time, my car was breaking down. It was just bad. But I realized that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I kind of took the Bill Gates route,
Mm-hmm.
and it pissed my parents off because they was like, you done did all this, But I'm gonna probably eventually go back and finish. I may actually get an honorary degree because I'll be doing so much, and I'll be going back to the school. So I'm working with the president and the dean. So I'm gonna try to surprise my parents and just give them a degree. Here you go,
Right.
give it to them and the president. But that really was their dream, was for me to graduate. Graduating college, it wasn't my dream.
Okay.
My dream is to create generational wealth.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So, talk about, a lot of people do encourage, going to college, graduating college,
Right.
finishing college, getting this piece of paper, basically. And, I have a very, I'm all for entrepreneurship. I'm all for, creating generational wealth and finding financial freedom. So, what would you say to someone who's basically straddling that fence of doing what other people's dreams are and following their dreams?
It depends on who you looking up to.
Okay.
So if You know, everybody has a story. You know, rags to riches story, or they got to a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I look at people that I can see myself being like.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so where that was from, like the streets. You know, and was able to make it out.
Okay.
You know, so you can look at people that could be kind of similar to your story, and that can really help you out. I like looking at people like Nipsey Hussle,
Okay.
Jay Prince, Jay-Z, Diddy, Damon Dash, because they from the streets, and I'm from the streets, and they all executives.
Right.
You know, so I see myself being executive, so I'm not going to look at, you know, somebody that's a teacher, or no offense to a teacher, but someone that's in another playing field.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to be a lawyer, you should look up people that will be your top lawyers or whatever.
Right, understood. So, like, I need to be looking up to the Oprahs and the Gary V's and all of those.
You get the Oprah, you can cut me $100,000 check right now.
Listen, exactly. Listen, I know that's right. So, you know, tell me some other things you have going on. We spoke about the fashion show. We spoke about your businesses. We spoke about, you know, the opportunities that you have coming up. Is there anything, like, or any events or anything that you're taking part in that you would like people to know about?
I got a lot of things that I'm doing. I know now one of my artists, Crazy 8 the Great, he got a new single out called Ultra Instinct.
Mm-hmm.
We almost had 30,000 plays on SoundCloud, so that's doing really well. Crazy 8 the Great is he's a superhero. He wears like a cape, you know, and I've been like pushing him. I've been working with him for a year, and everything has went up. His following, his numbers in music, his subscribers. Make sure y'all subscribe to him on YouTube. Crazy 8 the Great.
He's good, y'all. I heard him before. He's good. I actually seen him in action.
He's great.
Freestyling.
Yeah, he's
so
great.
Yeah, he's definitely great.
Yeah. Also, Phil the MC. That's another artist I have. A lot of people say that he's like the next J. Cole. Every time I hear that Jake, he sound like J. Cole. He sound like J. Cole. So we're actually going to Apollo. He's about to audition for the amateur at Apollo in April 20th. And a week before that, me and Crazy 8 the Greatest, we're going to the Comic-Con convention in Texas.
Okay.
And the guy that creating the Marvel and DCC suits, they're actually making him his actual superhero costume.
Oh, this is gonna be dope.
So we're tapping into like I'm helping them tap into their demographics and things of that nature. I don't know. We got a lot of stuff. Oh, April is my birthday, and I'm gonna be 29 this year.
Okay.
So I'm selling MacBooks for $229. You know, just to, 29, $229.
I'm gonna have to jump on those.
And, we do computer repair, and also I'm gonna sell my fragrance. I normally sell it for $10, but I'm gonna sell it for $9.99.
Okay,
Because
gotcha.
9.29.
29, like you coming with all of the nines, the 9s, 29s.
Yeah.
Y'all hear that? So that's a whole bunch of deals to get right there. So make sure y'all check that out. So how is it, or what difficulties may you find when it comes to, you said you've been working for yourself for 6 months. You've always had this hustle, but at the same time, you also are managing other people. So I know, and because I manage an artist named Wolf, and I know, when it comes to building yourself and trying to build someone else, what are some difficulties that you may find in that?
And building someone?
Mm-hmm. Or helping them build their image and things of that nature.
What it is it's more so this, like, their mentality.
Mm-hmm.
So I done worked with artists. I done worked with over 30 different artists, different styles, women artists, managing just companies. So what it is if you want it more than them, don't work with them.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my problem. I was working with people that I wanted it more than them. Any type of job, whether you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, if you want to rap, do radio, I feel like you got to be willing to die behind, what you wanted to do. Not like really die, but like really give your blood, sweat, and tears in it. Because if you don't, it's not the job for you, or the business for you.
Awesome. So we have a question from a viewer. I want to take it. We have Perry Ann White, and she says, when was the moment that you knew you made it? Or better yet, a moment that he know that he made it. When was the moment that you know that you made it? That you knew, like, this is what it is, this is where I'm at, I'm on top now.
I feel like I'm not on top, but my goal was to stop working. It took me a year. So what happened was when I was in the house with these artists, I had got a house for my artists I was managing, It was about 5, 6 of us, and I had like a 4-bedroom house I was renting out. They wasn't paying rent. They wasn't cleaning up. They wasn't focused on their music because it was too comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want nobody around me that's comfortable. And what happened was I was paying like $1,500 a month, for all these men to stay there. One day I woke up, kicked everybody out, and I was sleeping on the couch in my office at Dream Creative Complex.
I seen the couch, y'all.
Yeah, I was sleeping in there, for 4 or 5 months, and I was washing up in the sink, and sleeping in my car. I had a 2004 Mercury Sable. I told myself for a year that I was going to work for myself and that I wanted to get this certain car. And then July 4th was going to be my Independence Day. July 3rd was my last day. I bought me a brand new Lexus, and I've been working for myself ever since. So July 3rd was that day. I felt that I reached a new level.
Okay.
I'm not going to say I made it yet, but I'm definitely taking the steps to get there.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. What would you say to someone who's straddling that fence of leaving a job?
I would tell them that make sure that their priorities are together first. I know a lot of people look up to me and they be trying to figure out like, well, how do you go about it? How do you do this? I make sure my priorities are good. Like my phone bills are paid off for the year.
Okay.
My car is paid off.
Okay.
Rent paid off for the next 6 months. I don't have to worry about food and just different necessities that a lot of people worry about. But I made sure that I handled that part. And then also too, if you're gonna work for yourself, you can't just have one hustle or one business. Have other streams that's coming in that you can be able to survive off of. So I don't touch like the money from my businesses.
Okay.
I'll do like Lyft. I be selling this. I sell hair.
Okay.
I sell heaters, laptops. I sell Kool-Aid in the middle of Lake Erie. And I do that and live off that so my businesses can grow.
Okay. That's dope. That's dope. I just learned something new as well myself. So I want to talk about something. A lot of people talk about doing all of these things in the community, and I know that you yourself does a lot of things in the community. Mm-hmm. How important is it to you to keep money inside of the Black community?
It's very important. It's kind of funny because a lady just bought 5 bottles of fragrance from me, and she bought 2 heaters. And I was like, I appreciate you. And she's like, yeah, we gotta keep the Black dollar. And I feel as though that's dope, but my mind state is so much further than just the Black dollar. Meaning what I want to do. A lot of stuff that I do is for a reason. So if I'm giving away turkeys or giving away toys, book bags, and things of that nature, my ultimate goal is what I want to do is the street where I grew up. I want to buy all the houses on that street. And then I want to make sure the grass is cut. And, I'm going to be able to control who lives there. The problem is what they're doing is they're putting halfway homes into the hoods. And it's been creating like robbery and, things of that nature.
Yeah.
But if more people, I'm 28, so if more people like my age, if they was to invest in the real estate and they actually cut their grass and, like they used to have neighborhood watches and stuff like that, crime rate will drop. And then also just creating job opportunities for others. I always tell people, I don't sell dope, I sell hope. So that's why I work with a lot of youth. Even if I'm not putting them in a position to get a job with somebody, I'm giving them this. That's the best thing somebody can give me is knowledge and wisdom.
Definitely, because you could take that and do a lot with it. So we have another guest who asked a question, and you kind of answered this one already, but I'm just going to kind of rephrase this a little. And not only, you told us how you balance, working and doing these multiple businesses, but I'm sure you have family outside of here. How do you balance family life with your professional life?
To be honest with you, if you're not challenging me mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, or even financially, like I spend less time with you.
Okay.
So what I learned is I've been reading books and stuff. I used to read like Goosebumps, but as of lately I've been reading books like Think and Grow Rich. I read both books. I'll let you borrow that too.
Okay.
I read Charlemagne book, Malcolm X book, just these different books.
What's your favorite?
I
20 minutes, you lose your train.
I like Think and Grow Rich.
Okay.
Because they was talking more so about it was a guy. It's a Napoleon. That's the author. He's a black author actually.
Okay.
He did it from the African American perspective.
Okay.
But what he was talking about was it was a guy. He had this farm, and he was digging the shovel, and it was just like this plastic metal stuff. He didn't know what it was, and he just got fed up, so he moved away. The next guy came in, digged up the same stuff. It was diamonds. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what I'm sitting on. You know, and that's myself. You know, so I bet on me. But can you did I answer that question? I'm sorry.
No, you didn't actually. How do you find that balance? You said that you keep people away.
Oh yeah. If you're not challenging me in those type of ways, like I distance myself from that. You know, I believe in like positive energy and things of that nature. And I don't care if you're family. I don't care if you're friends.
Right.
A dog, women. Like if you're not trying to help push me into another level,
right.
I don't want you around me. You know what I'm saying?
True. So how do you challenge, like, for those people who kind of, people who kind of try to force themselves into your life sometimes, like, no, you my cousin, you my brother, you my daughter, whoever, and they try to push that on you or use those titles sometimes. So how do you, I guess, politely be like, nah, like this, you aren't for me right now? How do you keep that away from you?
To be honest with you, family don't do that. It'd be like people that don't know you.
Okay.
You know, and a lot of times people may think they may think that I don't know what their intentions are, but I've been doing this so long. Like what it is the art of war. You know, and a lot of times people they'll try to find like your weakness and just try to be around you to see he messed up, or they may just want your spot. You know what I'm saying? Which it's room for all of us. Like I tell people, one popsicle stick you can break it, but if you take 10 of them, it's hard to break it. So really, it's the art of war, and I'm conscious of that every single day, you know. So I don't know. I walk by faith and not by sight, you know.
Awesome, that's good advice right there. So back to the Black community and keeping money inside of the Black community. How do you think that affects you, as far as people of color will, whether it's income tax or paycheck, will take that money and have it and then go buy, Jordans are Black owned, but they might go into a store that is not Black owned or that's not in their community, or they are less likely to support their community a lot of the times. How does that affect you, or what would you say to, I guess, try to kind of channel that in a different direction?
To be honest with you, I don't ever look at the Black dollar or whatever. I always tell people, stop looking out the window and look in the mirror. So most people, they say about the Black dollar and things of that nature, but they're not even taking care of where they're from. You know, it's like a puzzle. Every puzzle got one piece. So if you can focus on this puzzle and you continue to build, then you're gonna have this nice piece of art.
Okay.
So I feel like if people can actually work on, first of all, themselves, then work on where you're from, or where would you like to work on. Start with that, and then you can build from there. You know what I'm saying?
That's smart right there. So another thing, let's talk about. I'm sorry, I just got stuck. Why did I just have a break? But that was a good one for me.
I'll make you nervous.
No, you didn't make me nervous. You threw my train of thought off because I wasn't expecting a good answer like that. Like I was expecting something different. But what I was going to jump into was competition. You spoke a little things about, people wanting to be around you to steal your spot, or, just in that aspect, or having ill intentions. So how would you go off of competition? How do you feel about competition?
I feel like it's no competition. The only person I compete with is myself. And the people I don't know. It's like I strive for people that know more than me.
Okay.
Whether you more so. This is more so what I can get. Is mind state. So I feel like it's no competition. It's people that I can kind of look up to, and I would want to know. How could they go about doing those different things. But only person I compete with is me. Stop looking out the window and look in the mirror.
Okay, so that's good. So how do you implement? I feel like in order to do that or to get yourself around those people, you have to think about networking. You have to be someone that's willing to network. What advice would you give to someone who's like maybe wear their pride on their shoulders, or maybe just don't know how to network, or never have stepped into that field, or whatever the case may be? What advice would you give?
First of all, it's no emotion in business. So if you got pride or anything like that, you're not gonna succeed. You can't be emotional. Oh, they gonna be here, because at the end of the day, it's business. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing personal. As far as like networking and stuff like that, I don't know. Like I always was good at talking to people and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone needs help, as far as like speaking or knowing how to go about talking to people and things of that nature, I can help you. I can help you with that. And if you're not good at it, you should find you a mentor or somebody that you can shadow, and you can kind of like watch how they go about it or how she go about it, and you can learn from them.
Awesome. So what advice would you give to someone who's not used to being receptive of learning? Like, people will watch how you move, but some people will get offended by it versus just reaching out and asking when that's all they want is that help. Like, how would you tell them to go about it? Like, do they just walk up and be like, hey, I need to learn these things, or?
Okay. So imagine this is a bottle of water. This is a bottle of water. You may want to ask that person, can they drink the water? Or you may think that person not gonna drink the water.
Right.
But you offer them some crackers.
They gonna get thirsty.
Right. So that's, I don't know, it's kind of metaphorically, but also too, the best way, if you want to approach someone, you should be creative. And that's kind of the example I gave. So say me, it's a lot of people that I've met, and I give them a free bottle of my fragrance.
Right.
Or if it was a DJ that I wanted to talk to, I'll buy him a drink.
Right.
He may not drink, but everybody drink bottle of water.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you just got to be creative of how, you can talk to people and things of that nature. And that's a good way to break the ice.
Break the ice, y'all. Break the ice. It's good to break the ice so you can get your foot in that door, learn the things you need to learn, and all of those different things. So I also want to know, we're getting ready to wrap up, but before we do, I want you to, tell the people something that they can use as valuable information, something they could take with them, a jewel that you have not dropped already.
You said a jewel that I haven't dropped?
Yes.
I don't know. I just feel like, despite whatever you want to be in life, it's always somebody out there that's working harder than you. Like I said, they not working harder than me. And that's what I be thinking about. It's just time. Money don't move me. I move off passion. So my time. So your time is so valuable. Every day you wake up, you should do something productive. Like work on your mental, your physical, your spiritual, your intellectual, your emotion, and then once you do those things, your financial is gonna come. So work on that, and that's your pie. Make you a pie graph. Where would you put yourself in those categories?
Awesome. So if your last words were your next words, what would they be?
My last words?
Your next words were your last words, what would they be?
I just said pie, so apparently I'm hungry.
So he ain't he's hungry. That's just his last words. Tell the people where they can contact you, where they can collaborate with you, any of those things. How do they reach out to you? How do they get to you?
You can contact me via Instagram, Mr. Dot, like a period. I gotta tell people that. You put a period after Mr. SGORDON. Facebook, Stanley, STANLEY. Gordon, GORDON. Or you can call me on my other phone, 216-835-STAN.
Oh, I thought you was going to hit us with the 8300.
It's 835-STAN.
Okay.
That's my number. And don't forget, this Saturday at the Lee Harvard Plaza, right next to the Goodwill, we're giving away 100 free haircuts and 100 dress ties, and we're going to teach the kids how to tie ties. I'm looking for men that's willing to help teach the kids how to tie ties.
Awesome.
And if you want to donate to my scholarship, we're doing a fashion show March 30th for JFK High School, and I'm doing it to raise money to give away scholarships to students at John F. Kennedy.
Awesome.
Good.
Are you good?
Good.
Awesome. All right, Truvies, that's that. So if you are someone who is looking to collaborate with Mr. Stanley Gordon here, if you are looking to, donate, any of those things, if you're looking to teach the gentleman how to tie ties, any of those things, make sure that you are reaching out to him. It is not too late. I want to thank you very much for your time. Thank you for giving me your time and dropping jewels. Because if they're not listening, I surely am. Trust me, I am. And I'm taking notes. So I want to let you know that I appreciate that, and for you to just stop by. So thank you, and we're gonna wrap it up here.
Wrap it up with some Christmas presents.
Yes.